Hey, it's the wrestling snob, Adam Lavelle, WrestlingDoneRight.com. Go there to follow me on all my socials so you can be part of the IIWC. That extra I is for intelligent. Hey, I'm here to talk about pro wrestling Noah Sunny Voyage from yesterday, March 27th, 2025. It was a nice little house show. I enjoyed it very much. Sometimes Noah's house shows don't move me a lot. A lot of times they have some gaga goofiness, not over the top DDT style of stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. No one's sticking up their fingers up each other's arseholes or whatever. Nothing like that. But they just, I don't know, they play around for the audience. You know, they have some laughs for the audience. I get it. They're trying to further, more deeply entertain a house show audience whenever it's a show that isn't a great big deal. But this show, while not a great big deal, was done well. It felt like Noah. It felt like the style I'm used to seeing from Noah. So I'm going to run through the card a little bit. I'm not going to make this video super long. We're just going to touch on it as we await the next big show from Pro Wrestling Noah. Kicking off this show was Asuka and Junta Miyawaki, the new junior tag team champions, taking on Daiki Odashima and Hajime Ohara in a 10-minute match. It was pretty nice. It was pretty well done. Of course, Odashima went down. That's what's going to happen. He's the young boy. He's going to lose. So, of course, that's what happened here when Junta Miyawaki took him out, took him down. But along the way, it was a very nice matchup. I've said it a couple times. I'm a big fan of Ohara. I don't know why or what's happened that he all of a sudden is not a jobber, but he's not high in anybody's list. It doesn't seem to be. But again, he wasn't the one that lost here. So this was solid. Asuka and Miyawaki are looking good as the tag team champions, and I look forward to them having some good, solid title matches coming up shortly down the line. Then we had the big Null, K-N-U-L-L, this big gentleman. I mean, he's like almost 7 foot tall, I would think, taking on Atsushi Katogi. And again, Katogi, much like Ohara, very good wrestler, but again, hasn't been doing much in Noah for quite some time. He goes down here. Pretty huge size differential, so he had a lot to overcome. He could not overcome it and went down at the 7-minute mark in an okay match. I think this Null could be a big deal. I'm waiting to see if Noah can develop him into one. I think it's possible, but I'm not sold on him completely yet. He's not bad, but I'm not sold on him being a big star, but we'll see. It's really early yet. Then we had Yohei taking on Black Mensu-Ray and Shuhei Taniguchi. I fast-forwarded it to the end. I saw the end. Yohei wins whenever Black Mensu-Ray and Taniguchi got each other in like a backslide, and they went down. Like they were fighting to see who would win, and Yohei walks up and pushes them over. They fall, roll over under their shoulders. Yohei sits on them and pins them. That's probably indicative of how the whole match went. Look, as long as Black Mensu-Ray's in Noah, I'm not watching his stuff. Then we had a tag team match. Masa Kitamiya and Shuji Kondo took on Team 2000X, Owada-san and Tadasuke. Look, I don't like Tadasuke in Team 2000X. He fit much better with the Rattels. I don't like his look. His wrestling ability is as good as ever, but I don't know. He just seems like they're goon. Like he's in there just to be a goon. I don't feel like he's taken seriously, and I don't like it. Owada-san, on the other hand, Owada, he is great. I can't wait to see where his career is going to take him. But, man, I love the guy. I like his look. I like his attitude. I like his wrestling ability. He's going to be a big deal. But Masa Kitamiya and Shuji Kondo are a big, badass team. They were impossible for these two guys to take down. Owada-san ended up getting pinned. But I like the team of Kitamiya and Kondo. I'm just sick of Kitamiya being in tag teams. I mean, I'm not saying put the big belt on him and make him your main star, although it wouldn't bother me. I just think Kitamiya is underplayed, underutilized in every way, shape, and form, but at least him and Kondo got a win here in a decent match, just under 9 minutes. Then we had All Rebellion. Alejandro and Kai Fujimura, the brother team, took on Bryce Hansen and Eita. I like this Hansen kid. I mean, I tweeted out that he reminds me, he makes me think if you would have took an Armstrong and an Anderson and mixed them together in a petri dish, Bryce Hansen would have come out. I think this kid has the potential to be a legitimate, badass, old school style kind of wrestler. I'm sure he does the new style stuff too, which is fine, but he really reminds me of a throwback guy, and I love that about him. Of course, Eita's the best junior in the world. He has the junior heavyweight championship, so this was a nice little team. But hey, the brothers, now coming out and admitting something most people knew, that they are indeed brothers. Alejandro and Kai Fujimura win this, and we have Kai Fujimura challenging Eita. and they're making it into a big deal. Nice graphic Noah has out there. I think this match is going to slap, as the youngsters say these days, Eita and Fujimura. But this was a nice little 7-minute match that saw All Rebellion, the brother team, defeat Bryce Hansen and Eita, which is a very good team. So that's a big win for those two, in my opinion. Then we're up to the semi-main event, a 6-person tag team match. The Passionate Rattels, Hayata, Manabu Soya, and Saxon Huxley, who I like very much, but seems weird in the Passionate Rattels. I think he would have fit better in Team 2000X, keeping Tadasuke in the Rattels. That's how I feel. I'm sure this will grow on me, I hope. But they took on All Rebellion's Galeno, Harutoki, and Kaito Kiyomiya, and the Passionate Rattels get the win. I mean, they're a good team, don't get me wrong. But Galeno, Harutoki, and Kaito Kiyomiya, a multiple-time GHC heavyweight champion. Galeno, this huge monster of a young man. And Harutoki, who I think is a future star for sure. Now, you can't take nothing from Hayata, Manabu Soya, and Saxon Huxley, but all of them are new as a team. Yes, they are the Passionate Rattels, but they haven't teamed together all that much, especially Huxley coming in here now. But Huxley and Soya are a dominant force together. I could see them taking the tag titles, the heavyweight tag titles, anytime they want, just the way they won this match up here at the 12.5-minute mark. Very solid match, very enjoyable. Manabu, Soya, and Galeno going at it. But Harutoki, I guess, he's the youngest guy in here, so he went down, so I can make sense of it in that way. I'm not complaining about who won. It was solid, it was good, it was entertaining. But a big win for the Passionate Rattels over what is typically a surging All Rebellion. And finally, the main event saw Keno, Kenta, and Ulka Sasaki. Man, I love this group. They are badasses. They are beasts. Keno, Kenta, and Ulka Sasaki are awesome. But they took on Team 2000 as well. This time, Team 2000X consisted of Daga, Ozawa, and Tetsuya Endo. Both incredible teams. I mean, Daga, Ozawa, and Endo. Great team. This was a preview match of Kenta, who is going to be taking on Ozawa in an upcoming show before long. I don't have the dates on these guys. I don't always write them down, but I'll be here to talk about them, so rest assured I won't let it slip by. So this is a preview of that. They both looked great together. Kenta came across as a crazy man. At one point, Ozawa picked his nose with his pinky like he does and tries to wipe it on Kenta. Kenta blocked it and then pretended he was going to shove his finger in his mouth. Sort of to freak Ozawa out, like, holy God, people don't like when I wipe it on him. This crazy guy's going to eat it. It was a little bit gross, a little bit weird, but I got the point. You know, Kenta's like, I'm not putting up with your bullshit, kid. I'm not afraid of you. You don't freak me out. You're not going to get in my head because you're a young boy not listening to his, the older generation. Nah, that's not going to get to me. And Keno, Kenta, and Ulka Sasaki win this when they took out Daga. Daga's an excellent wrestler. It's not like he's some young boy or some jobber out there to lose. So that's a big win for the new unit, the new faction, if you will, Keno, Kenta, and Ulka Sasaki, who, like I said, I'm a big fan of. Team 2000X has really grown on me as a heel stable. They're working that heel shit good and well, and that's why Ozawa's on top. And it's working. It's working. They're drawing bigger crowds. This had less than 300 people at this show, but it was just a house show. That's not good. I mean, for a card that's as decent as this, kind of surprising. But overall, excellent show. I enjoyed it very much. I would give this a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it that much. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 is because of stupid Black Menso in there yucking it all up all the time, anytime he's around. I mean, I have nothing against this guy as a person or his ability to make a living as a wrestler, but that kind of shit doesn't fit in Noah. We don't need it in Noah, in my opinion. Let's keep Noah as legitimate as we can, and this guy just takes a big chunk out of that. But I'm Adam Lavelle, WrestlingDoneRight.com. Just throwing this out at you for your consideration. Check the show out. I recommend it, and I'll be back again before you know it.